you like what you see, then please subscribe, eh? And if you like what I do, then smash that like button too. And if you love to TradingView, leave a comment down below. I like Radar Crypto. I like Radar Crypto. I like Radar Crypto. Radar.
We chase digital highs. We race the blockchain tides. And yet I buy. And yet I buy. In this alone I cry. No cold wallet, no secure home. My coins get hacked away, my data gone astray, and yet I trade, repeating in dismay. Can't trust a node or drone. If I can own my coin, I'd rather be a clone. No decentralized home, no key to call my own. Trade games are made of this. Who am I to hold it or resist? Trading through the blockchain haze, everybody's chase turns to craze. Some coins boom, some coins bleed. FOMO's grip is all I need. Wallets locked, my heart's in play. Crypto nights steal breath away. Charts go up and crash below. Whales manipulate the flow. Dreams of Lambos fuel my soul. Lost in this decentralized hole. Sweet games are made of this. Who am I to hold out or resist? Trading through the blockchain haze, everybody's chase turns to craze. Hold on, I stake it high. Hold on, I buy the dip. Hold on, I ride the wave. Hold on, till markets flip. They burn me bad. I'm still in deep. This fever's mad. No time to sleep. Sway games are made of this. Who am I to hold out or resist? Trading through the blockchain haze, everybody's chase turns to craze. Sway games, keep chasing the thrill. Sway games, through bulls in the spill. Sway games are made of this. Crypto dreams I can't dismiss.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the ringing of the cowbell. Let the show begin. We said let the show begin, Sean. Sean. Let the show begin.
Alright, dude,
Ow, my bad.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. If you haven't guessed, well, I am the turkey that thinks he's a dog. And we're looking at Bitcoin that thought it was going up, but decided to roll over a little bit. Well, we don't have Bitcoin on the chart now. I'm really looking over here at the little fuzzy eyeballs over here with altcoins. Total 3 over here since we lost this trend line, and we've done that. This is our 3rd day kind of messing around with this little guy, and it looked like we might be trying to recover yesterday. We were pushing the candle in there, but we didn't quite squeeze it in there, didn't clear it, did not confirm a break over there. Therefore, rejection. So it looks like we're coming down to test this other trend line, which means altcoins are going to kind of suck a little bit. More than likely to rest of the day, probably tomorrow. There's that chance that we talked about that we do come back, and as far as this trend line here, the neckline for this inverted head and shoulder guy, we kind of got a bigger one if you want to count that yellow line as being a possible bigger head and shoulders that we have not yet, broken out of. That might be a future scenario. If we can catch a break here on this red trend line, that would be great. If not, then we're going to test this guy, more than likely. Probabilities when I say something like that. That would be about another $30 billion coming out of all of those amazing altcoins out there. But I'm also watching Bitcoin dominance over here, and she's still looking kind of bearish, just right behind the big banana over there. Let me see if I can blow her up over here. Wow, what was that? So when this guy starts dropping, that's usually good for altcoins, right? If we can see that, maybe she'll just do a 180 reversal here and start going the other way. But it's nice. It's looking like here on the daily, on the smaller time frames, we're probably starting to drop on Bitcoin dominance. Let's go over and get the skinny on that. Where are you, Bitcoin dominance? Oh, wow. Yeah, just dropping like mad. Oh, wow. Gosh darn it. You do need a parachute. Look how far you've fallen. Oh, my. Ooh. Let's go down to the 15-minute. Maybe it looks... Yeah, that looks a little better. Looks a little bit more impressive on the 50. Oh, wow. So what's happened over here with altcoins on our hour chart here? On the hour, we're getting a little pick-me-up on the altcoins. So as long as she's coming... Oh, nice one. Keep on dropping. 15-minute looking like that. Still, the moving averages are looking very bullish. I mean, we're just coming back for just a little test, in my personal opinion, right now. So we're looking for Bitcoin dominance to break this yellow line, or do anything but stop making higher highs. Preferably make a lower low. If it were to do that, if we were to get lucky enough, and it looks like she's trying, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Momentum is still pretty gosh darn strong for Bitcoin dominance. But these were the moves that gave us the nice moves out of altcoins, and this is where we started giving it all back. Yeah. I mean, I know there's a few altcoins that are doing pretty good, popping off out there, but the majority of them are just like, still where they were 2-3 years ago. So she's got a chance to catch some support here and then bounce, and that would suck. But, I think with altcoins, it's pretty much take your profit as you can get it. We're going to take a look at some altcoins here in just a second. But right now, we're going to tune over here to Bitcoin and see what she's doing on these smaller time frames here. Taking a bit of a dip. Nice little run up today. Earlier in the day there. So break out of this trend line, falling wedge pattern, if you want to look at it that way. Right now we're doing what's kind of normal to be happening, is coming back and to retest the breakout area. So I'm not disappointed with that. That could happen. That's cool. I bet if we fibbed her out, she's at probably some decent areas to probably catch a 786 area. Oh, not quite. Let's label that and see if we can catch there. This may have been enough here. We got an 800 moving average here on this time frame. It says, hey, I'll hold you up, baby. I ain't scared. It started to look on the smaller time frames like you might be getting a V-shaped recovery. Me, I personally don't think so. I think it's part of a three-wave correction. Well, it may have been a correction. You usually get like a three-wave correction there. Maybe this is more in Elliot's territory. He does all the wave counts. What you got, Elliot? Yeah, okay. He thinks that too. Cool. If so, then we can catch here, bounce at the retest of the breakout area, and carry on our merry little way. That sounds good in theory. Will it happen in practice? Got some of these moving averages closing in on each other, and it's a good time for them to start crossing. Maybe they'll cross in the right way. I'd like to see that yellow one jump over that purple one. And then maybe we can come back up and talk to this little white guy over here. Why's it gotta be the white guy? He just happens to be the one on top. Why is he always the one on top? He's not always the one on top. He's usually the one on the bottom a lot of times. I'm just saying. That poor little white guy right there can't get no break. Don't worry, the little rainbow will pass him up soon enough right there. All right, so maybe we're trying to do something, maybe we're trying to go lower. What do you guys think? You think we're going lower? I'm sure that's a narrative out there that we're, and I mean, it's a plausible one. I mean, we at key points to where we need a pullback. I'm just saying, but so far here on the daily, we're holding that non-moving average, so I can't really say anything bad about Bitcoin. She's still strong AF. Just got this bullish cross over here, the 50 over the 200, and well, that's cool on the daily. I'd like to take a look at my indicators here. Now, we talked about the MACD being bearish. Now, it looked like she was just faking us out, and she did a little bit. Now she's doing it. So, are we going to lose that 9? We already flirted with the idea. We've already flirted with it idea. But I'll tell you what I like about this indicator over here, even though momentum wave is coming down a little bit, the stochastic's already buried at the bottom. So they can only go up from here, right? And then we got the little VWAP. She hasn't said anything, but money flow still in the green. So the bearishness from this shouldn't be that bad, shouldn't be as horrible. You can see all these little red lines over here. They indicate bearish divergence on this momentum wave compared to price action. And we got 2 of them. Now, I look for 3 on a big move up, but you know, price is going to do what price is going to do, so you should always be cautious of any of them. But usually when we get a strong move, the first one's not going to really do too much. Second one doesn't do as much. Third one might do something. Just a rule of thumb to look for. I like rules of thumbs because the rule of my pinky kind of left me a little jaded. So I got this big orange trend line right here, and she's not yet been broken. So counter lucky stars. And here's something that I do like on the 4-hour bigger time frame. So they don't switch as fast, right? It takes a little while for things to change over here. But that 9 moving average across bullshit over the 21, we just came back. We just kind of dipped down. I believe maybe we will get a little recovery out of this guy. She just doesn't look like a V-shaped one to me here on the smaller time frame, does she? I mean, that's V-shape. Yeah, we got that, but you know, it's not like she V-shaped and we'll come back up here and then we're ready to go on. She's kind of still hanging out here in La La Land in bearish places here at 108,000. I put out earlier in the Telegram group this morning when I was awake about these areas that we're looking at, those possible areas. That area about 108. 395-ish is kind of what I had my eye on there and posted this morning, and that's about where we're hanging out now. We dipped a little bit lower to 107.5. I did not put those fibs on there, but clearly there was a little bit of a squeezing going on. A lot of this time this is stop losses and things like that, little short squeeze, little long squeezes, and that's what we get coming down. And let's see if we can recover, but she just looks kind of janky here on the 1 minute, like she wants to take a little time doing it. Bigger time frames look a little more hopeful there. If they come up, maybe it will help our altcoins come up. I'll take a look at others. This is all the altcoins minus all the good ones in the top 10. And I'm trying to zoom out because we were following this trend line. Let me get these numbers up here. We're following this trend line idea, and we got our touches, but then we started losing it, and so now we're off in la la land. Like, well, are you below it, or what are you doing here? Because she's not giving me some clear defined lines on that one. So I mean, we can carry it over here, but now we're like, oh, now it makes me feel like I'm simping. You're just trying to touch something, trying to touch some candle bodies there, and I will roll with that. So we have 2 touches here, 2 touches there. It is a valid trend line now. At least that gives us a line in the sand to start watching. You know, if she starts breaking this, then we might be in some trouble here. Here on the 1 hour, what do we got? What do we got for moving averages? Is there hope? You had the bearish cross of the 50 or the 200, the death cross. These other guys look good. 100's above the 200. I think, to me, I think we can kind of range through here for a little bit. Hoping we don't have enough. Oh man, you just cross bearish over that one. Hoping that's not enough to push us to break the trend line. Maybe we can kind of settle through over here with altcoins, then eventually get a turnaround. Maybe not tomorrow, but maybe by Wednesday, something like that. That would be nice. It does seem to look like I may starting to get a little bottom formations going on here. I would like to see something going there. How's it going, everybody? Let me say hello to everybody. We'll start getting into some altcoins here. I'm going to throw some out. You guys can throw some out. I'm going to put the little marker out right here, the little request marker, and say hello to everybody. As soon as I find you guys, where are you hanging out at? 13 wonderful people hanging out with me this evening. So you got Bullets on the Parade, who was first tonight. Congratulations, my man. There is Strega. Nave, Chris Klein, Joe from Trade Intuition, another YouTuber. Go check him out. Floki's Angel says, I love your show. I never get tired of that. So Joe's channel's over here. You just search, if you're on Google, just go YouTube Trade Intuition. And it'll take you right over there. We'll take that and I'll put that. Well, that's not where I'm trying to go. Can't even navigate around this thing anymore. There we are. Put his link there in the chat. Go check him out. He streams every day almost, just like I do, and he does videos and music as well. Let's check out a few that are doing kind of interesting, kind of strong. And talking about Tau, we've been following this one on the channel for quite a while. You know, I've not checked on my little staking bag in a while and see how it's doing. So we broke this trend line. Our 3 hump and dump might be happening. You know, that's a general rule. It's not like she dumped. She's just kind of hanging sideways, right? But she's still below that trend line, and that trend line's a problem for us. And I'm here on the daily looking at this one, and I'm looking for a cross of that 9 over that 21, but I'm just not getting it. Oh yeah, it's barely there. It is barely there. I'm having to look at the green numbers. So you got to put your cursor somewhere over here, but if I want to take my cursor, it's a little circle over here, like the follow the finger. Oh, I'm not coordinated enough to do this. Like the follow the finger. Right over here, in case you didn't know, under your indicators, there's the little numbers, and it corresponds. The green number for the green line, red number for the red line, and whatever. And so looking over there, I see that we have got a bearish cross there, and this is on the daily, so that's probably going to stick. I'm just saying that'll probably stick for a minute. So we might get a drop down here a little bit. I don't like this cloud. Not trying to be a bearer of bad news, but I'm just looking to see what's going on. And oh, we got a red dot here on market cipher. Now that could erase, or when go a couple of days and flip over a green one. So we're not that. Don't freak out with a daily red dot. Money flow's the big thing. She's holding in there tight. So basically, now it looks like we touched our a certain fib area, and we're holding strong above it. Now that could be a really bullish sign, so we don't want to rule that area out, or rule that out. Oh, you dipped a little below it, but you holding it. So this is area over here about 416 seems to be holding. Now, since we broke the trend line, it gives me doubts that we can hold that area. I would think that maybe we would come down here to 370, something like that. Now we're above the daily 200 moving average. We had to fight hard to get it, and we've retested that. Now that's good. So the smaller moving average is above. There's some good things here. It's just not easy to hold those 236 fibs though. It's just not. And my concern is, well, we come back down into this green cloud. Well, it likes to suck us under and throw us down. So, that would lose a lot of momentum to do that, and we could. But I just want to be aware. We just got our first little sign, bear sign here on the daily. Let's come down to the 4 hour. See what you're looking like. Now this is cool. We're starting to get some bullish crosses here. But I would be looking about 370. I'm not sure that 415 is going to hold for it. Now if it does, and we happen to just start breaking out from here, and yay, we're going to the upside, it can be a strong bouncing from here or here can give us a really strong move. This one doesn't do too shabby either. That 0.5, she's got some. She can do some little flip flops and get some surprising high targets. But we lost a trend line, and that means something. We made a lower high, and that means something. We haven't made a lower low yet, though, so that's kind of cool. Now, what we can do is take a secondary trend line, and they're okay, but it might be signaling some. When we look at it the other way, we're looking for curving to the upside, right? This way, we're getting a little curving over. It's a sign of weakness to get a secondary trend line underneath it like that. But if it holds, then maybe we can come up here and knock out some of these other targets. I would love to see 530 out of you. Do I have you over here still? My Tau wallet? Are you still up? Oh look, it's 11:11. Well, it's going up a little bit over time. I forgot how long I've had it staked in there for a long time. I was buying this guy, trying to buy it when it was around $70 because I missed it when it was cheaper. Let's take a look at this little guy over here called XCN, Onyx coin. My only bitching about it is that you got too many freaking coins. There's too many coins out there. There's just too many. Coinbase has got you, but I want a big history on you. Who's got the best? That's against Bitcoin. This is, here we go, KuCoin. So I don't see this as a symmetrical triangle because we got all this gap over here. I see it more as I don't know. I guess more of ascending or descending. But anyway, we broke out to the upside of it. A continuation pattern, possibly. If we're looking at that idea. So far, so good. I see some interesting crosses here on my moving average. I'm going to zoom out on this one just a minute. Are you trying to get bullish here on us? The daily has already flipped bullish on the bands, right? Full on bull on them moving averages on that daily right there. I'm going to take this line off because I'm not really feeling it. So that was sweet. Came down to 0.0078 cents and then popped up to 2.8. And hit 1.5, and now we're at 1.8 cents right now. Clearly, that 618 Fibonacci wants to be respected. Why do you keep putting this text thing on there, man? I keep checking the box and saying, no, I don't want you. Please. I save you. I'm save as. Let me do you this way. Maybe that'll take care of it. So this area about 15.9, just right under 1.6 cents. I don't know if we'll come back down there. If we do, it's well, clearly it's been the juiciest place to buy in the last few weeks there. Hasn't been very much gains out of this, but I do look forward to the day when we can come back up to these 4.5, 5 cent areas again, and then you can see a big old gain out of that bag. She's had to accumulate. She's done better. I expected her maybe to even come down lower, double bottom or even lower. And it's not. It's been holding up really well. So still got my eye on this one. There's some bullish signs starting to happen here on the daily. As far as moving averages, now the price is starting to follow there, testing some of those areas. She's not ready to pop yet, I don't believe. Let's take a look at, what is this one over here? Oh, it is. We got Moonpig. Moonpig. Oh, okay. You went up and then you're down a little bit today. I see what you did.
The rhythm of markets, it sings like a song. It pulls you in, makes you feel you belong. The blockchain hums, a beat you can't fight.
Good old Moonpig.
'Cause it's gonna ignite.
So I think we started looking at it and somebody brought it up here in the chat, and we were somewhere over here. It was like in a channel or something, and I think just starting to break out or something, somewhere around 4 cents. Where'd it get up to 12? Go figure.
But this is a circle where trust never ends. Spicy and smooth.
So this was the juicy place to buy. Let's see, we're kind of going zigzaggedy.
Dreams in the soft moonlight.
11 cents would be a great place to get a little paycheck. 88 cents would be another. That 6 cent area, if she comes back and retests that area, which she already has, you know, in the past 4 hours, did come down to that area. So if you can get around 6 cents, sells around 12 cents, you doubled up your money, and that's within range. I'm just saying, it's been done before. Why ain't we getting our cut of it? We can if we don't step out there and do something. And I'm not saying do that, but I'm saying on something. You got to find the setup that you like, one that you think can do something that is done before. It's helpful. And after you play these setups or play these things a while, you get used to the ones that, you know, you have good luck with, and you start to try to avoid the ones that get kind of kicked your ass and you didn't have luck with, and you start getting you do get a little bias on that, and that's probably a healthy bias. I don't like to trade the flags at resistance areas. That's probably a smart move.
Life's a gamble, but here's the key. Freedom flows wild, let it be.
We get a full on 786. Okay, baby.
First, no time for doubt. Find what this world's all about. Bitcoin by Londo, it's calling your name. Fate is
Oh, picked the wrong one.
cannot contain. Riding away.
Sometimes I just like to take my fib out, just stretch it out there all nice and long, and then pull it right back here, see what's going on, baby.
Lightning strikes on the edge of fate.
So Moonpig, I think we got some targets over here, about 11 cents, a little shy of 12, a little shy of 14, and just a little bit over 16 cents being the little moon boy target. If we're going to shoot up there, baby, let's do it in style. Let's go knock out that 16, but right at 14 I think is very doable. I'm going to come down to the smaller time frame and see if we got anything cooking over here. Is there a setup? You got anything over here on Moonpig? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. She is under her 200 moving average here. Testing it on the 1 hour. Okay, we might have a little something here. Now, there's no pattern per se to jump in at this point in time on this particular time frame, just a trend line in the fib area. Pattern-wise, what you got is resistance, so we would be needing to see a bear trap. That would be the perfect scenario if you can get that. Otherwise, it might be bumping our head and coming down a little bit, and that would kind of suck for a moon pig. Come back down to double nickel area down here at 5.5 cents. Breaker 19 double nickels. So I would like to see that happen. I'd also like to see $1 million deposited in my bank account by Tuesday at 10 a.m. But you know, we don't always get what we want. But somehow, as those old stoners said, you get what you need. Woo! It happens when I say 422. Oh, gee. Thank you, Sean. All right, so will we get something? I don't know. We will. I hope so. That's what I would love to see going on here, and I think it can happen, considering that we got the position of the moving averages, the bigger ones, the ones that really count on any of these time frames, 800, 600, 360. They are in bullish order, so I think that's enough for us to be able to play around with this little channel here and maybe get up a little bit. So Moonpig is actually kind of looking interesting, huh? Here on the 15 minute. You going to front run Moonpig? I am seriously thinking about letting my little DJ get over there and put a very tiny little order in on the Moonpig bag. Because we've taken some profits on our Moonpig. Where are you, Moonpig? Don't you do it before I do this at the end of the show. All right, so it's not that account. Which account are you in? All right. I'm also going to take a look at, here's one that's been popping off. This is Hyper Liquid. That one's Hot AL. Oh, she's coming down a little bit. Let's zoom out. Not enough though. So Hyper Liquid, yeah, we kind of, oh, well, what'd I do? Kind of determined that she's kind of hot at a tops. Yeah, she put a full 1618er right there. I'm like, I mean, last time we looked at it, that's I said that then, and she's too hot to get in now. But now we can start looking for a place. And you're going to have to be patient on this one, unless you want to try to short it. Now, I don't know. Now, I mean, you should be able to, but it might be a slow start on a short. I don't know. You could take, I mean, the closer you are to the top, the better your risk reward is for any kind of short idea. But you just have to get some confirmations, right? Do we have something, or is she going to keep on pumping? That's the question. Is she going to keep on pumping? She shouldn't. She should get a pullback. And the two best areas to look for, really, and in all seriousness, it should be right around here. But I will say this again, because at this point in the market where they're playing games with us like this and flirting with, we're at all-time highs and at highs and things on these coins, and there is a point where they will have a shallow retrace and then keep going. And I don't know. I just want to be on the lookout. I don't know if we're quite there. I don't see it on total 3 yet. But all the coins don't do it at the same time. They just one of them might start leading the way, and this one's a strong one. Keep our eyes out at 33. See what happens there. She starts consolidating and respecting that, and getting a little crazy bullish. Then maybe it might be an entry there. Otherwise, man, it's really starting to look like that's a little bit more possible. That would be a retest of this channel that she just broke out of. So that's the possibility I'm looking at on this. This is on an 8-hour time frame too, by the way. So it's not like we're on the 1 minute and she can just blast through it. But that's the possibility. Otherwise, 28. And we can't negate the fact that we could come lower with that nice strong move. What did you get? Well, That's not bad though. From that move to that move, that's typical. It was when we measured it from here and got that big ass 1618. Okay, we're cool. Yeah, let's keep our eye on 33. See what happens there. Might want to set an alert there so I have something to get pissed off at. That's not it. It's this one, right? Hyperlictive once per bar. Yeah, that'll piss me off. That will do it. I'll go for that once per minute. Trigger it once per minute. Oh my gosh. And I'm on the 4 hour. I guess I need to go once per minute if I want to actually seriously. I think I have better luck if I do it on my phone. I don't think I get as pissed off on my phone, but for some reason when a TradingView alert goes off, it just pisses me off. I don't know why. It's like, it just shows up in that little corner, and I would. Well, at least make it easy for me to get over to that chart. Seems like you could click on it before. It seems like the last few times I clicked on it, I didn't get that result. This is pancake swap. Man, I wish I'd got some of this down here at the GC somewhere below $1.90. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, didn't do it. I was in it for a while, but I got tired of her. Well, up she goes and down she goes, and up she goes and down she goes. I had to try to cut some, and she was one that I chose to cut. To get cut. I want to clear this out a little bit. There, that looks better already. Actually, I'm just going to clear it all out right there. Should I? Just this one, maybe. So, trying to make some type of a bottom pattern here. Just wasn't very successful at it. That buck crack, that little wedgie was way too high right there. It looks kind of symmetrical. It looks untrustworthy as F to me. And so it looks like 282 area. We bumped our heads there before several times. Maybe this time she'll get through it and go to 323, but let's get our little bonus target over here. Can it be so easy? Just draw a fib and just put targets over there and go with a certain fib? It can be that easy, for real. You just gotta figure out if you gotta move. Is that a play? 20 to 30% move? Is that enough to satisfy that little hunger inside of you? Or you gotta have some more? If you gotta have more, then this probably ain't the coin. It probably ain't the trade for you. 46%. You can try to go for that. Might take some patience. But then again, she might get on one of these little runs. You might see yourself over at almost $5. I tell you what I do like about this one in the 4 hour. Has a lot to do with these moving averages again, because most of the altcoins own the 4 hour chart. They've got these big ass moving averages. The 300, the 600, and 800, they're doing something. There's a flipping and trying to happen over here. This one's still got some more work to do. I see Lucy involved there, but the 360 still under. It's a little sluggish. But it's instead of them being in the bearish formation, we'll have more price. Now we're price action. Now they're starting to flip up, so we should have a little bit more upward price action. And Cake right now, as we're speaking, is taking off on the 5 minute. The last hour or so, she's went from where we went about 244 to 258. Cake has made a breakout. She's making a run for the border. She's already given us a higher high here. She's got to go for the bat wings. Hey man, I just want to draw your attention to this pattern, or to this shape. Because, is it just me? Because I see this little booger everywhere, and everywhere he is bad news. Everywhere he is bad news. Matter of fact, I do declare that I may not be wearing any underwear. I thought I saw you over here. Oh, I think I saw you on the. Oh, you're in the G-Gen time frame. You You little slick bastard. Look at this little guy. There he is again. Little, I don't know. He looks like a little bat. Maybe he's a bat. Maybe he's not a crab cat. Maybe he's a bat. But you see him? There he is again. The Batman. Dun, dun, dun. Maybe we should call him the Batman pattern. I should get a bat. I'm so indecisive. I can't trademark anything. But just he's a toppy top. I'm telling you. And bad news. Bad news after that little sucker. All right, Bitcoin, you're back at almost 109,000, trying to climb back up these little ribbons like a little ladder. That's what she tries to do, climb back up. Let's see if you can get these things to do a flipping. And ladies and gentlemen, let's come back to the chat here. Let's go get some of those altcoins over here. Oops, I lost my marker. Where's my marker? Bulls on Prairie says Iris code, oldie but goodie. Well, I haven't looked at that one in a minute. You know, I was going to try to play, but she is such a slow mover. Gosh, she's such a slow mover. Cheap as F right now, and if you got patience, you got to have patience for that one. But it can make some gains if you're patient. It can make some gains, but gosh. What else we got here? We got Sicario. How's it going? Did I miss alt season? Did we have an alt season? Those are, I think that's starting to be a myth these days, like a legend. The legend of alt season. Once upon a time, there was a season called alt season, when you could throw money at any little shitcoin and start picking out Lambo colors. Chaotic Rage, what's going on? Every 15 minutes is alt. Every 15 minutes is alt season. It is on YouTube. Matty Ghost says ZBCN. Bow's house took profit. Is that a person? Sausalito Turkey bringing that spice. Matty Ghost says, so my memes today waiting on the pullback. Not a bad idea. Memes are starting to suffer right now. Let's take a look at Iris real quick. Iris real quick. This is it's built on Cosmos ecosystem. Oh, you got it on Osmosis over here too, huh? I would think Mexi would have a pretty good chart on you. Well, you wouldn't know it, but a few weeks ago she had a green dot there at the beginning of or end of April. Well, you couldn't tell it by the price action though, could you? That green dot did wonders. Look at all that price action. Hanging around at, oh man, 0.001579. Dropped in lower from 0.1013. I think I bought some over here, thinking that way. We got a good little bottom area. I'm like, okay. But no, she decided, screw that, man. I'm gonna do one of these freaking, I don't know, that's not, I don't think it's a harmonic. So is this going to be the bottom? She can't go too much lower. Let's take a look at, I forgot what the tokenomics were on this one. Do you have a gazillion coins? I didn't think you did. It says Iris Net, market cap, oh my gosh, is it that low? $2.5 million market cap. $2.5 million. I mean, we're talking about like the beginning days. There's only 1.6 in circulating supply, 2.1 billion. That's very reasonable. You can get about 7 of these for a penny. Its all-time high was 31 cents 4 years ago, April 4 years ago. 31 cents. You get almost 10 of them for a penny. Not quite, but up there. And if we got to 31 cents, that's crazy. I don't know that it will ever get back to 31 cents. I don't know. But most of the stuff has been unlocked from what we can see. And it's a service protocol and cryptocurrency, which officially launched on March 1st, 2019. Primary purpose of IRSnet protocol is to provide a blockchain-based open network to small and medium businesses that are offering a wide variety of services. So it talks about their white paper. What makes it unique is an innovative read on what blockchain technology can bring to the business world. While most consortium blockchains are owned and operated by big conglomerates or companies, IRSnet aims to bring solutions to small business operations. But have you been doing anything? Where's your GitHub? I don't see that link over here. Why is that not here? Entertain services, next business. Oh, this is their website. I'm just kind of curious to see if there's IBC service, interchain NFTs, EVM integration. I mean, it sounds. I mean, 2.5 million or more. I mean, you looking for a lottery ticket? But man, I'm telling you, whew, take some patience until she starts moving. I mean, she's boring AF. But here it was. She started running from 2 cents, just kept going right on up to 13, 14 cents. Imagine that though, from where it is right now to those crazy areas. Well, shoot, just getting back to where she was. December 2024 would be 5,000%. Oh my gosh. You're killing me, Smalls. Are you ready to do anything yet? I don't know how far down you can go, but it looks like you still want to do a little something down here. What's going on? She holding that area really good. Seeing how cheap I'll probably go. I play Cosmos ecosystem, and I got a couple of wallets on Cosmos, and for Osmosis Dex, and I may see if I can flip some stuff over to this. Why it's so cheap. I may take this as a lottery play because I don't know. I mean, think about it. If you put, let's just say $100, even DCA 100. But a crazy idea if it's just there and you can stake it and get rewards. I thought it was about like 11%. This is where we were in December. Crazy, right? And let's see, a year ago in March when everything was really good and all the altcoins were taking off. So this was during the bear market. She was all the way through here. And look how far down she is. That is crazy. So if you get back to where we were just 2 years ago when our wallets were like at their prime, I don't think they've ever gotten back to where it was then. Oh, that's two. Wait a minute, where did I come from? We're at 115, right? We get right around here in this area. Yeah, that's good. So coming right here, that's 1,500%, and then right here, 28. You got a 28x out of this thing. $100 could turn into 28 to 200, 2,800. $10 could turn into 280. Might happen, may not happen at all, but my gosh. That's got me tingling. It does. It really got me tingling. I might sell some injective or something and swap some injective over or something. Get some staking rewards and swap them over. Build up a little, add to a little bag of this. I had a little tiny bag, and I was like, it just kept getting smaller, I guess. And it's so, you know, I was just like, I see why it kept getting smaller. Jeez, you took a big ass haircut from 86%. No wonder it looks so small. That's crazy. Let's take a look at. We did you. I haven't looked at this one in a minute. This is. Oh, this is not you. I remember struggling to look at this one. Dog go to the moon. It's on MEXC. Oh, you are coming up. Good for you. Can you get back to 9 cents? Was it 9 cents? Oh, it wasn't 9 cents. It was was it 0.09? No, it was. I think it was 9 cents. Dog go to the moon. Still had some nice little bottom areas. Oh, look! Did you come and hit our target? Did you hit our little target? Did you nail it? I believe we can call it nail it on this one. That was a total rejection of this pivot area. This is a 0.5 Fibonacci, I believe. Tis all she is. We probably went that 0.5. A lot of people still waiting for. Well, when's that 0.6 ever going to hit, man? This just can't get up here. Maybe. Is she? What's she doing, man? Is she trying to make some kind of triangle shape to the upside? Are we getting some kind of flag going on? Ascending triangle. Look, there's a W. Yep, there's a W. I look for them as reversals. That's what they're supposed to be. It's reversals. Unless you wanted to go the other way, I would keep my mouth shut about any kind of W's. Why? What you got? What we should be looking at is a higher low. Now that's something to talk about. Just because we're starting to see letters of the alphabet bottoming patterns at the top, I mean, that's not really noteworthy in my personal opinion. I just tried to bring that part up. I just see people calling out. I mean, when you read the rules, I mean, W's, you look for bottom reversals. Like price comes down, it makes W's. You're not really looking for bottom reversal patterns at top, or you shouldn't, because you may not get what you want, what you expect. But what you can look for is higher lows. That's good. That means everything is starting to squeeze. That's what the patterns are saying. They're starting to squeeze, and this seems to be the area where we keep bumping our head. I mean, maybe we didn't hear. And since we didn't come down and make this little guy that likes to wreck our worlds and found support on there might be a little continuation, and that might actually work as an ascending triangle. It's at the 0.5 area, and she ain't leaving. She ain't leaving. Looks like she's gonna break on through. Just my take on it for a dog go to the moon. Kind of got a new trend line. I'm not sold on it. I mean, it's got her touches, but she's a little jaggedy. Dog go to the moon. Oh yeah, we forgot to do our nailed it. Oh, you got a green dot here on the 4 hour too. I think you're going to make a run for the. Do it, baby. Go do it. We have to do this for the algorithm. We gotta take a picture. We gotta post it over in the vanity wall. All right, and dog go to the moon. Chris says my list is a little up, dog. A little okay. I'll look for that. Iris launched a pig year. Launched in a pig year. That's a no for me. Huh. They're higher above the chat. Okay, I'll go check that out. Jason says I've been dissed because I've been beating myself up on on that Moonding run, I sold too early, plus I had the opportunity to load up. Instead, I listened to the opposite instead of myself. Oh, man. Well, you can't beat yourself up about it, and, you know, we do miss things. There are a lot of them that took off, and that layer, I was in it, and I got out of that trade. Then she started just to keep on going. Not layer, but what's the one that's real hot right now? The one that everybody's been chasing. Anyway. Jason says, thank you for all your analysis. Definitely helped me to be more confident in my own, knowing that you see the same shit I see. Well, that's good. That's I'm just here as a kind of a second opinion. Maybe I got some ideas, something you haven't seen, a different way to looking at it. And I'm sure you guys have got all different ways of seeing things, and maybe I'm not even seeing it. You guys are like, he doesn't see it, does he? He doesn't see it at all. Oh my God, this turkey is so blind. He doesn't see what it's right there. Look, just hope you're. And that'll happen. You're probably legit. I mean, but. Yeah, I know what it's like to miss out on something or sell too early and to see it take off. That's what kind of led me to do, unless I'm doing something really stringent, just a general idea, especially for something if I got it that I hold in a wallet or something. If I see something I want to sell, if I got a decision to make and I'm kind of torn, seriously, I mean, it sounds so simple, but just a 50-50 or some kind of percentage split. And, you know, well, let's look like the best place to sell. Okay, maybe I'll just sell half here or 25% here. I sell something here, but then I still got a little, and just in case, and that's helped more than not, to be honest with you, when I get in a jam. And that usually helps if something's good, I got a taste of it. If something bad comes, well, you know, I did part of the smart thing and saved my ass a little bit. Let's see if we can back up and see these other. There we are. I believe I just see it right there. High Street, Rose, Oasis Network, Sushi, Alluvium, Futures on the 15-minute. Okay. And also Tia for spot on the 4-hour. All right, so when I take a look at these coins, I'm going to be zooming out first, and then we'll zoom into the 15 and do it there. So we got high. Ha! They said it. What? Sean? So this is High Street, right? Oh man. This for real? This is when everybody was chasing and everything. Oh well, yeah, she was going parabolic, right? All right, so first thing I want to say is take a look at this price structure. All right, this is looking good. We're seeing it. All this and this is where everybody's wanting to chase. But what happens after this is over, right? When the parabolic move, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a blow off top. Oh man, that one did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one actually did it. It did the blow off top thing. Oh, that's the first one I've seen happen so far that I'm aware of. Parabolic move with the blow off top, 5 steps up. That's pretty cool. What happens after? They got to reaccumulate, and it gets boring, and it's not worth being in. So a good rule of thumb is when you break a trend line or break a parabolic move, get the F out, because you're probably doing yourself a favor. I know when the mistakes I used to make was they come off like that, and maybe they don't do like this. They don't always do just like that. Sometimes they will do a little bouncy bounce and everything, and you're thinking, oh, I'll buy. Oh, look, she's making a higher low. Like, you can't even think about that on these things. You need to be out when they blast off with your trend lines to help you kind of nail it as best that you can on them. Okay, so we'll take a look at this one. I just had to get that out. because this is what we're all chasing during the week. That's what it looks like, and everybody in the YouTube thumbnails was like, we're going to the moon, and then this is what we're all hoping we'll get out of Bitcoin and everything, a parabolic move with a blow off top. But you got to be ready for those blow off top ideas, or even if they don't make it up there, you got to have a, to be safe, you got to have some plan. And the first plan is knowing that this is what's next a lot of times. So once you kind of see that or experience that, then you start saying, man, I'm going to start paying attention to some of this stuff. Trend lines, non-moving average, whatever helps to keep me from avoiding this, I'm going to start paying attention to it. And that's how we get to where we are now. So we got this guy, and this was just in December, so. Okay, I see what you're doing there. Cool. All right.
Whispers in dark, market spies, hold our ground, never lie. Truth in numbers can't deny. Moon's our limit, touch the sky. Hold the line, surf through the swell.
So 4 hours, still have some work to do. Now the moving average, I mean, they're slowly starting to try to turn over here in the 4 hour, but it doesn't have the strength and momentum I've been seeing on some of these other altcoins. Looks like we lost that little guy there. Oh snap.
Surf through the swells, crashing low, soaring peaks, rebel yells. Through the turbulence, man.
Okay, that's concerning.
Crypto sunrise story we tell.
The purple line starting to go over that red one, or looking like it's trying to. That could be enough to get us down to some of these areas here. So to me, I think we're working on a correction, and I think you got an ABC correction. We just haven't got our C wave finished yet. And I want to bring Elliot on board and see what he says. He thinks the same thing, but he can't ever make up his mind for where he wants to C wave until we get there. He'll change his mind and say, "See, I called it." He's a lying little sack of anyway. Yeah, I get both of those areas being good. So I think, we'll see what happens here at 59 cent area. See if that can catch. Let me come down to the 15 minute. That's the one you actually asked for, and she's trying to come back up just a little bit. I mean, that's promising. She's still got a lower high end. Still open for, even though you got this higher low, it could be the rollover and we get the lower one in. The moving averages are kind of suggesting to me that overall it's still got that downward momentum. It's trying to come up, but the momentum is still down, in my personal opinion. I do think 58, maybe even 53. She may come all the way back down to the 53. All right, I'm gonna zoom back out. Well, let me. So here's an idea. It's not solid, but that you broke out and retest in this area for a move up. I'm not going to say that's out of the question. It's just if we do start bouncing up, it looks like it's going to take some. She's got some work to do here. Let me come down just to smaller time frames. And yeah, you're flipping. I think what we may be seeing here, I think I'm gonna have to, well, maybe I can do it here. I think what we might be seeing here is just, a slow kind of rounding through here might be what we're starting to see going on here. But it looks like it needs to accumulate a little bit. Well, that's interesting. I kind of figured High Street might be. But losing the trend line, that was the first thing. So now what we can do is just take this trend line here and put it over here, break out above it, and then hey, there's a play there, a play idea that it maybe headed back to 85 cents. But yeah, I think she can dip down through all this and range here for just a little bit. Let's take a look at Rose. Okay, here on the 15. Oh, she got work to do there too. You're about in the same situation, looks like. At least this one, we got a bottom trend line. Now she may be working on coming down to touch it. Or if she keeps on going, then she's deviating from it, and that's even more bullish. But I like these guys. I know it looks crazy right now, but it's this pattern, this shape is really just opening up this whole scope for us. It's kind of like just opening the field. This one's a little bit more bullish. Now I'm on the 1 hour here, and these bigger moving averages are in really good order here, or they're in the right order here. Not so much on this one, but they're working through it. So 15-minute tells me she might be a little janky. It might come down here to 3. That's not solid yet. 200 moving average may hold, but you'll have to fight through some of this. But then, if this is our new trend line, let's keep this idea here too. Then we're just trying to work our way slowly up, I think. For some shorter term targets, though, if you're looking for that. So here we are. We had broken down that area, right? 3.7. Is that worth anything? 13%, 18% to there. 0.04 is 24%. That one's a good one to shoot for. I like that 4.1 cent target for a little. Let me get paid a little bit of something. But I really like that 4.8. Let's take a look at sushi. We'll zoom out to the 1 hour. Zooming out to the 4 hour. Still got work to do on this one too. So zoom out to the daily look at sushi. I mean, she's down at the bottom, 71 cents, and this is where she was in December at 286. So if we think, man, we might be able to get back up there, that's 3x, that's 300% gains.
Dreams, spinning wheels in fast machines, digital gold in pixel streams, rise and fall.
I like the other ones we got.
Eyes glued to the endless charts, ticker tape and rising hearts. Every coin will work.
So for the 50-minute time frame, I think 81 cents would be your best little target to shoot for. The good thing about the smaller time frames is that they can flip these, you know, rather quickly. But the bigger moving averages, they're being a little bit bearish right now. Hopefully, we've got a little bit of a higher low there. We're still flirting with 69 cent area, but I like that 81 cent target. Illuvium. Like you lost an area, didn't you? Oh, it's kind of janky though. That's that can work. Not crazy about it, but technically it's correct or valid. I am really, I mean, it sounds crazy. It does sound crazy. That one's probably not going to play out that steep anymore, but you've got an idea that we got this much space that's open, and that's kind of cool. Zooming out. What, 24.52? We still got that target sitting up there. Just hadn't made it up there quite yet for Illuvium. These are the targets that are worth holding on for. Illuvium can get quite pricey, and 34. It looks like once we get the ball rolling, we might get to 34 sooner than you'd think. We've just been hanging around in no man's land. Let's go to 15-minute time frame. It looks really similar to the other ones that we looked at. It really does. They're just, the moving averages are all, they're all got that same kind of sentiment. They're kind of, bigger ones, they still got some fight to do. So it looks like altcoins are still going to struggle. For the ones I'm seeing, they're still struggling through most of the night and probably into tomorrow. And it did look like total 3 when we were looking at all that we could come down just a little bit on altcoins, right? So they're not looking all that great. If the market gets kind of bearish, or Bitcoin gets kind of bearish and starts dropping tomorrow for whatever reason, altcoin's going to come down too, and they'll probably retest. You know, they'll have a good chance to retest some of these bottoms if that happens. You know, otherwise we're just trying to hope that they continue on their trajectory of higher highs and higher lows. I mean, this is what we have right now. That's all we got. Just 2 touches. It's not really enough to go on just yet. Other than pulling out our old fibbies here and seeing how she's doing, that $15 area looks pretty good, $15.60, but shoot, 13. Let's go get the big money. Let's let that sucker double. Just gotta be patient with this one, but and just the fact that we're trying to do this and make a double bottom puts this butt crack, or this peak 1620 on the radar as a good target. Was that 16% gains up there? We got Tia. Take a look at Celestia here. Asked for it on the 4-hour for spot. It's like the 4 hours got a red dot printing right here on Market Cipher. Stochastics are headed down. Money flows in the red, but at least it's angled up. Most things are here kind of bearish. Some bearish sentiment kind of forming here on the MACD. Not bearish yet, but it's weakening. However, you got the 9 crossing the 21, so I like that personally because the momentum is saying is up and to the right, or short-term right. Kind of ran into that guy. It should kind of push us. We got this big wick here, and she may be able to recover from this. So I know we got the red dot now. Is it going to continue down? I think it's got a good chance to hold this area, just based on that alone. See, we're at a 618 area, right? We have been. We might go back and touch that. I don't see a reason to, so I'm not really looking for it, but let's say maybe it does with the dot or something. This is actually where I want to come down to the smaller time frames and see what's happening and get some juicy gossip over here. Now the 1 hour, you got that green dot, and they're saying, hey baby, I want to try to take us up a little bit. I don't want to come anywhere near that little guy. I want to try to make this like some kind of breakout, maybe there's a retest idea. This is cool. These are in good order over here, the bigger moving averages. So I think she can work her way up there. Just don't know if we got a trend line form in there yet. So 4 hours bearish, but the 1 hour is giving you the green light. And I think it'll just be chopping around through here for a little bit. Remember on the MACD, she didn't flip bearish. She's just getting weak. She hadn't done anything to say, I'm flipping over. This is it. So to me, I think it's a little bit more bullish than bearish. So be looking for 270 and 282. Tia needs to get off her butt and do something. Start going back to $5. Just Striker says, when's Bonk going to go to $1? How's Bonk doing? Is it doing good or bad today? It's about the same. Oh, we're on the 4 hour here too. And man, I like the way these things are starting to cross up. She's struggling. She's struggling. She's trying to get up past this trend line. Remember this guy? Oh, and if we can do it, we can do it. Ooh, and I think we can. It might take a little bit, but once we get back above that, I think the party will be starting there. She looking like she might want to come down again before she tries it again. Are ya? I mean, 200's above the 360. That's bullish. That's good. I mean, they're a little lagging a little bit, but that's good. Got some good crosses here. I just don't like that. I don't like being below this. You better break back up above there too now. That would be cool. That could happen. I'd like to see that happen. So for Bonk, I think we're trying to break back into this pattern here, and that will be bullish. Bonk got super cheap. I made sure I got me some more Bonk. And apparently I'm looking for this guy over here at 69.63. Well, guys, we've been chatting here for about an hour and 17, or been charting rather. Coming over here and checking out the 6-minute chart on Bitcoin, and it's just been playing games and going sideways, not really dropping. Now, the 6 minutes flipped our ribbons. Isn't that crazy? Or the bigger ones, anyway. Going sideways, we making little, appealing to pattern traders and everything, making little patterns here and there. Look. An Adam and Eve, a bottom pattern here at near a top. I mean, it's a bottom, I guess, from top to here. You can say it's a bottom, but you know, what's she doing? We're just sideways and blah. And we would hope that would be good if Bitcoin dominance can just fall while we go sideways, and then altcoins, total 3 can perk back up over here. But so far, I mean, we're in this little place with total 3 where we lost a trend line. We lost a level of support that we needed to keep, and chances are that we're probably working our way down a little bit. I don't want to say it, don't want to see it, but it looks that way. And we're all dependent on Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin goes up, and then all the altcoins seem to go up a little bit. And Bitcoin drops, all the altcoins seem to drop a lot more. So I zoom out here on Bitcoin just to kind of get a sense for what's happening, and I just think we're just zigzagging through here, baby. We're just zigzagging. See what happens tomorrow, Tuesday, when the New York session opens, and how what is it, Britain, how England. How the Brits try to structure us before they're in the morning. They usually start acting up about 3 a.m., 5 a.m. over on my side. So in a few hours, we'll get them added into the game, see what they're trying to do with the Bitcoin price there. But mostly it's just been trying to pry it from everybody's hands and get them scared and shake it out of you. Try not to let that happen. That Bitcoin's just too hard to accumulate. Guys, I want to call it a night. Thank you for hanging out with me. Be back again tomorrow. Take a look at the market again. Don't know if I'll do any daytime streaming or not. Just depends on what's going on. But I will. If I see anything of interest, I'll post it over here in the group in the trade setups. We're getting close. We're getting closer. It is not altcoin season, unfortunately. Unfortunately, but can we get to the markets? Our fear and greed index is hanging out at 68, coming down just a little bit there, and we're just seeing things just kind of drop a little bit right now. We are clearly in Bitcoin season, nowhere near altcoin season. So regardless of what you see posted on thumbnails and everything, oh, guys, altcoin season's right around the corner. It's just right here. It's coming next week. I promise it's coming. Oh man, those altcoins didn't work out. Man, but all right, tomorrow, altcoin season. You get a lot of that sometimes, and be cautious of that too. I think we got some. Oh, Abby Medina, $10 super chat. Thank you so much for AIXBT. Thank you for the super chat, my man. I appreciate your support. AIXBT. So this is it on the daily. So we haven't got past this 618 area other than just wicking up. We got up to about 24 cents there. We're at 19, almost 20 cents right now. Looking at the daily, this is a good crossing. This looks good. So can't bitch about it. You know, we were following that, and actually that falls in line really nice right here on the daily. Let's come down to the smaller time frame, see what's going on. 4 hour. Like the other altcoins, we're starting to see that ribbon starting to flip. Slowly but surely, she's got some work to do. They all do. We would have been following this, and this will qualify as a possible bear trap idea. I'd like to make sure that line holds. And then coming down to the 1 hour. That's a nice place to catch there. I kind of puts 24 cents on the radar again. If we do get a nice bounce there, if it turns out to be like a bull flag idea, does the bull flag target go up there? That should be similar enough. It would probably go a little above it. I've got an EV equals CD. It's coming from the fib, so I think they're a little bit more accurate. As a possibility, if we make a higher high, we could have just done that though. So short term, I'm kind of looking at 24, 25 cents coming out of it, but bigger term, 28. Scenario we need to get to, and then 41. I think those are the sweet spots to wait to get paid. And if we're respecting this trend line idea or hereabouts, and we go up, that'd be 100% gains to get to 41 cents there. Not bad. So when you buy it here at the juicy little bottoms, it's worth holding on to them for a little bit, because you'll start getting those moves up. And these areas about 70 cents. She likes that. She likes the areas about 50 cents. And this was just this year too, man. Get back to $1 at 20 cents, 5x from here. Shoot, yeah. So this is the area I like to build bags and just kind of maybe even add to them at spots like this. I think it's starting to shape up, starting to look better. All right, guys, that's all I got for tonight. Let's go to the end screen and say our goodbyes.
charts, they give nothing away. Night and day, she's chasing the climb. Profit in whispers, no need for prime.
I don't think alt season is gone. It's just not time for it yet. Altcoin season starts when Bitcoin dominance tops out or gets rejected at key levels. Now we're flirting with the idea of getting rejected a little bit for a rally, but it's not altcoin season, not in my opinion. The best one comes toward the end of the whole move, and we still got a few more. We still got probably a good 3 or 4 months before we start seeing some of that go into effect.
A surgeon in shadow sharp as a blade. Whispers of ether and Bitcoin betray. But she's got your block chained to her sway. Dollar bills mean nothing to her. Digital gold's the only allure. She's mining hearts as she mines the chain.
Good night, everybody. God bless. Thank you for hanging here. And if you don't mind, if you can hit that like button on your way out, I greatly appreciate it. Helps this little tiny channel get a few more subscribers there and grow. Maybe we can reach 2,000 before we put our 5th year in here.